Breaking news. We finally got an episode of this show with a setting that makes sense for horror. This is not a drill. It's actually happening. Episode 8 is set in a morgue. That's where they recycle dead people or something. I'm not actually 100% sure. But let's check out the spooky episode summary. At the morgue where her mother works, a young girl's curiosity about the dead leads her to a restless ghost. Good lord, this can't be happening. A pitiful little creature like me has been graced on this day. A gift, a present, a horror setting, and a genuine paranormal haunting story too? Oh my god, this must be how that little freak Dobby felt when Harry Potter gave him that crusty sock. CW has given Squid a gift. You might think I'm overreacting, but let's just remember how season 2 has been going so far, okay? Our settings up until this point have been a school, a random apartment, an investment firm, an Amazon fulfillment center, a cozy cabin, and a nail salon. Maybe, just maybe, we are finally entering the CW golden age of horror. I am so glad we could share this moment together. A truck slowly coming at me. Ugh, do you live like this? We open with our main character Laura waking up in the bedroom of the morgue. The morgue's bedroom? Okay. This little girl lives in the gulag? Oh, never mind. It's actually filled with file boxes, so I guess they just plopped a bed in here in case you get a little EP. A child-sized bed, so if your child gets EP. It reminds me, funnily enough, of the basement the little boy is trapped in the movie, what is that called? The Black Phone. And I guess this bed would just be for those days where you bring your kid to work. At the morgue. Bring your small child to the place where dead bodies get cut apart. Bonus points if they are too young to actually understand the concept of death, so that emotional trauma resurfaces much later in life. Laura goes to try and find her mom, who's the medical examiner at this place.
I'm gonna have to call you back. Okay.
She didn't hear that door open? That was like the loudest door of all time. She's like, what was that? She just walks right into the room, sees a dead kid. Dead kid alert, everyone. There's a dead kid in here. He got locked in a truck and suffocated and cooked to death. Oh, wow. This poor kid didn't even die in battle. Valhalla shall not open its gates for you, child. Now we get what I believe is our first attempt at a jump scare this episode. And it's when Laura's mom's assistant, Antonio, grabs Laura, pulls her out of the room. It's like, shut the fuck up, shut up! He drags her back to the dungeon with the bed in it, and he starts gaslighting her. He's like, Laura, you know me. I'm Antonio. Don't be scared. I work with your mom. You know me. I remember in school, they said the kidnappers would try tactics like this. Next up, Antonio's going to be like, Laura, it is actually crazy how many puppies and candy bars are in my car right now. You got to come check it out. Dead kid alert. Once again. It would have been less sad if this kid just got hit by the truck and squished flat. Instead, he was locked in the back and slowly cooked and suffocated. I know why they made that choice though. Suffocation doesn't require as much work from the makeup department to pull off. CW, they were looking over numbers. They were looking over proposed budgets, and they said, hold on a minute, let me look through my monocle at this. You want an extra $73 to pull off, quote, kid hit by a truck? No. Budget equals slashed. Oh, what's that? Oh, disembodied crying coming from down the hallway? Lovely. Thankfully, this morgue is the best lit place of all time. Not a single light here is even dim. Everything is firing on all cylinders. It's a little bit hard for me to be scared of, ominous crying in the distance when it is basically happening on the surface of the sun. Not the case for Laura though. She is terrified. She's acting scared of what I would imagine are very normal things in a morgue. Like, I bet people be crying in here all the time when they have to come in and identify a body, looking at their little son's dead corpse. Yeah, I would probably cry too if I had one. And she also gasps like, this kid's really brave. When the phone rings, which that's not even just a normal occurrence in a morgue. That happens everywhere. That's just normal. Of course the child walks towards the crying sounds. Of course. I mean, normally I would say, lack of survival instincts, but it is basically daytime in here, and everybody knows nothing scary or even spooky happens during the daytime. Ghosts can't get you when it's light out because of the way that they are. Laura has located the crier. This is just like the witch from Left 4 Dead, Or is that Left 4 Dead 2? Or both? She kind of looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle a little bit. But he's crying off in the corner. He looks normal. And then she approaches, he screeches, he becomes all spooky and evil, which causes Laura to have flashbacks. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but it's like weird shaky cam footage, all chopped up, funny, with like headlights, cars honking. I think that at one point there's just like a random shot of a slipper. Okay, normally I wouldn't do this, okay? This is me breaking protocol, but I'm gonna spoil the out of this episode right now. I'm gonna lay it all bare. Laura is a ghost and has been dead this whole time. She's dead for the duration of the episode. Who the heck could have seen this coming? Oh wait, I did, almost instantly. Don't believe me? You think I'm a liar plants for hire? Let's go ahead and roll the supercut from the live reaction. Dead ghost daughter. Damn, it's crazy how much of a ghost this little girl is. It's me, ghost girl. You're just a little ghost.
Are ghosts real?
Yeah, you are one.
What does your mom and dad say?
Nothing, because they don't talk to her because she's a ghost. So is this little girl gonna be a ghost? One of these two is a ghost. She's a ghost. Kid, you're a ghost.
You start by listening to them.
Like I am with you, ghost girl.
Confused, scared.
3 years since our daughter died and became a ghost that lives in the morgue. Fellow ghost, you're a ghost. You're a stupid ass ghost. I don't think ghosts breathe, dude. Now you might be wondering, well, why did you do this? Why did you break the timeline by revealing the ending right away? What the hell? Well, first of all, nothing matters and I'm not even real, so write that down. I just wanted to make it clear how unbelievably obvious this whole twist ending was from the beginning. I'm not even some like super genius child prodigy. I'm closer to a frog than that. No think, just do. Shout out to frogs, honestly. They have a brain, but I am still 100% sure they would lose a game of chess to a Venus flytrap. Frogs are one of the only creatures at this point in my life that I won't grab and pick up. Not because I'm scared of them, I'm scared for them. I will be holding them 6.5 feet in the air, and out of nowhere they'll think, you know, I've always wanted to be dead, and then just fucking send it. Yeet themselves off into the void. It's like, oh god, what is it like? Think of a good relatable analogy. Quick. It's like if you gave your girlfriend a hug and she got confused and jumped off the Empire State Building. You probably would not hug her anymore after that. Wait, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Sixth Sense ripoff. Anyways, it's genuinely possible for me to be worried about this main character. Once I clocked her as a child ghost, I could not give one singular fuck or what happens to her. Like, literally, the worst thing already happened to her. She died to death. There's like some random scene where the other child ghost starts choking her. Okay, and who cares? What's gonna happen? She dies again and goes to super hell? Also, what the heck, dude? Why is she a ghost? She's like completely normal. Like, nothing is weird about her. And this other kid is like a shit-eating goblin from the Grudge movies. She just looks like a normal kid. And he has horrible blacked out eyes and is like completely nonverbal. Was he just like that? Like when he was alive, was this just the way that he was? Oh, Antonio is also a ghost, by the way. I wonder if that was obvious to anyone. Are they both ghosts?
I mean that.
So is Antonio
Not my fault.
also a ghost? Is Antonio a ghost? Antonio's a ghost. Funny thing here is they kind of tried to trick us, I think, but they put so little effort into it that I didn't even actually clock any of these as like attempts at trickery until the second rewatch. I'm assuming Laura getting choked was an attempt at a fake out, because who would choke a ghost? You'd be an idiot. And like, I don't know, the thinking's like, oh, look how alive she is. She cares about getting choked. And then there's a part where Laura's mom talks to Antonio, except she doesn't talk to him. She doesn't even look over at him or anything, so it's like a horribly pathetic attempt at any sort of fake out.
Stop wasting time. Get back to work.
Don't worry, they still have the attempt at a dramatic Sixth Sense reveal. Laura looks at Antonio. Are you a ghost? No, Laura, you are a ghost, and this is the only person who ever speaks to you regularly, and your only other interaction was also with a ghost who choked you and rocked your. I haven't brought this up yet, but throughout the entire episode, the lights are flickering in the building. Like, they don't ever go out. Really, it's just like very quick flashes of light throughout the entire building. Not enough to be spooky. Don't worry, you're fine. It's just enough to piss you off. What's funny to me is that the mom/medical examiner is adamant that ghosts are cringe and not real. So she just thinks the lights are doing this. Hey, Lady, that's not normal for lights to do that, like at all. At the very least, you should call an electrician. And why is that happening to the lights? Like, did somebody get confused here or something? Did scripts get swapped? Laura's just standing here talking to Antonio, like totally normal. Usually in horror, when the flickery lights happen or like electronics go haywire, it's when a ghost is like freaking out and just angry or heightened emotions. And now, wait a damn second. Antonio just asked Laura, why is she so upset? What are you talking about, dude? She's standing there expressionless, speaking in a completely like normal tone. Motherfucker, the ghost of gaslighting's past or something. Did they use the wrong version of the script? Like, was Laura supposed to be a vengeful specter? Laura, you are tripping right now. You need to stop being so freaking emotional. Aww, then we get a sweet ending where Laura and her mother make amends. Laura can move on. Her mother finally gets closure. It's very heartwarming. Finally, a CW ending that wasn't written by a 13-year-old who just found out what nihilism is. Or maybe not? At the last second in this episode, we hold a shot on this thing. What is this weird corpse cabinet in morgues called? I don't know. Either way, we get a shot of the dead body vending machine and one door opens and hands come out. It means one of two things. Either somebody just came back to life, which is just a net positive, or there's another ghost in the morgue. I don't care. Of all the places where a ghost could be, a morgue is the one where I would expect ghosts to be. Like, why would it be a scary surprise that there was in fact another ghost here? Antonio probably gaslights and girl bosses 20 ghosts a week here. This is like, whoa, wait a minute. There are dead bodies and ghosts at the morgue? What the hell? This is like the time I went swimming in the ocean and several, if not many, fish had the audacity to also be there. Remember at the beginning of the episode when I said we might be entering the golden era of CW horror? I think we are. I think we might be. This episode gets an absolutely throbbing thumbs up from me. It was one of the first in a while that was so bad it was funny. And out of all of the episodes from season 2 so far, this is the one I would recommend the most, no doubt. It is a knockoff for sure. Super hard, like no question about it, but it's in the most CW way possible. Like they clearly didn't study the Sixth Sense movie in depth for this. Somebody saw it like 8 years ago and they're like, yeah, I think I remember what that movie is about. It's only one of the most famous horror movies and movies in general. Nobody will realize we ripped it off. Nobody will even notice. Featured comment time. Robin Goblin is straight up lolling. First of all, stop stealing from that goddamn goblin. Second of all, what emoji is this? This isn't a bit. My brain actually is what is that? Is that a chocolate chip cookie emoji? What is that? That cannot be a face. Is that a face? I don't know. Anyways, thank you for your comment. I'm happy to hear you laughed while enjoying a nice chocolate chipped cookie. All right, my slimy little children, it's time for the video to end. Let's get the outro music rolling. I'll be back with another video soon. See ya.